This is Sunsa's introduction to scent work, and so I'm going to start out by teaching her that the odor is good and gets a reward. I'm going to ask her to nose touch the odor, and I'm going to use the same verbal cue that I would use when we're in a search. So I'll just tell her find it. So I'm going to start out with birch, and it is prepared the same way that I would prepare it for an AKC trial. So each of the cotton swabs have 2 drops of the essential oil on it. So the cotton swab in this little floral tube has 2 drops of birch on it. So let me just get a handful of treats. I know, you know where the treat pocket is, huh? So all I'm going to do is show her the tube. What's this? Look, find it. Yes. And as soon as she touches it with her nose, I'm going to reward her. Find it. Yes. 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 Good girl. So she did perfect with nose touch there. Now I'm going to swap right over to Annis. The novice level, the dogs in all the organizations are only searching for birch. And then at the next level up in AKC, it's called advanced, they're searching for 2 odor hides, and they're searching for birch and or anise. So it could be 2 birch, 2 anise, or 1 of each. Find it. Yes. So she now knows this is a different odor. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. So she's thinking, she wants to follow the treat, and you saw how then she intentionally pulled away from the treat to nose touch the odor vial. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to swap back to birch. Get another pocket full of, or handful of treats. I know we like the treat part, huh? Yeah, we do. We like the treat part. Okay, ready? Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. By asking her to nose touch, yes, the floral tube, yes, she's learning to get as close to the source of the odor as she can. So now there'll be no doubt in my mind in a trial or in the judge's mind that she found the odor. Now I'm going to swap back to anise. Ready? Find it. Yes. 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 So keep in mind, Sunsa is a puppy. She was born August 31st. And a lot of people think they can't train dogs this young, that they have to mature and develop their mind. Absolutely not. She's a baby dog. I've been working obedience and tricks and agility with her. And nose work can actually start at a younger age. Nose work can start when they're still in the litter. So don't use age as an excuse to not train your dog. I taught Sunsa that odor is good, that if she sticks her nose to the floral tube, that she's going to get a reward. Now I'm going to teach her to search for odor. So I have 16 boxes. 6 of them I marked with an O that stands for odor. The rest are unmarked because they're going to be what we called cold boxes, so they don't have odor in them. And I have the odor boxes placed every 3rd box. So the first one is odor, too cold. Odor, we also call it a hot box, too cold. Hot, too cold. Hot, too cold. Hot, too cold, and hot. I found that's the best spacing for their comprehension. If you have too many cold boxes in between the hot boxes, the dogs get frustrated because they don't understand their job because they're not finding anything. And this is, you know, the first lesson, so she doesn't really know what she's doing yet. If you have it too frequently, so if you have them every box, or if you have the hot box every other box, the dog, again, isn't learning what you want, and it thinks that you just want it to stick its head in a box, and any box is going to be good. So it seems the sweet spot is 2 cold boxes between each hot box. And I'm going to do just what I did when I introduced her to odor. I'm just going to lead her up to the first box, pull the odor out, ask her to nose touch, reward her 2 or 3 times, and then go directly to the next hot box. I don't want to encourage her to search the cold boxes, because then I'm telling her we're not searching for birch and anise. We need to search for empty boxes too. So I'm really messing with what she's trying to figure out what to do. I want her to know to ignore the empty boxes and zero in on the hot boxes. I'm just going to start out by setting her down and giving her the verbal cue, which is find it. And then I'm just going to lead her directly to the odor and ask her to nose touch. Ready? Find it. I have these boxes on their side because she's so small. Normally I have them upright. Find it. And I'm going to ask her to nose touch 3 times for each box. Good girl. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Good girl. Find it. Good girl. Find it. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yeah, so that puppy brain is kicking in. She wants the treats instead of working. Good girl. Ready? Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Oh, good girl. She went in after it, so we're going to reward that. Good girl. Nice job. Here it is. Okay, find it. Yes. She stuck her head in. She didn't actually touch the odor, but I rewarded her for sticking her head in the right box. Yes. Find it. Yes. So you see she's trying to go after my treats, but as soon as I say find it, she pulls away from my treat hand and sticks her nose on the odor. So I'm going to give her a few minutes of downtime, then I'm going to go back and do the row of boxes in reverse order. We're ready for our second pass through. The reason I use cardboard boxes is because the entire inside of that box fills up with the odor, and it's easier for them to detect the odor, which means it's also easier for them to learn what their job is. Also, the odor clings to the cardboard, and there's some materials that it doesn't. So again, it just makes it easier for them to figure it out. All right, are we ready? Let's go find it. Find it. Yes. So what I'm doing now is holding the odor closer to the box. Yes. Which means she has to move away from me and the treats and into the box. So that should help her. Ready? Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Good girl. Nice job. Find it. Yes. And again, I'm rewarding her very close to the odor. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes. Find it. Yes, good girl. She did that all on her own, and that's usually what happens before they finish with the second pass, is the light bulb turns on. Find it. Good girl. She found that one all on her own. Good girlie. What a good job, huh? Find it. And now she may miss the last one. She may only have one good find in that little brain of hers. Yes, and she did it again. 2 in a row. Nice job, girlfriend. Find it. Yes, good girl. Find it. Nice job. That was very good for such a young puppy. My adult dogs, usually by the time I start the second pass, the first one I may have to point it out to them, but after that they get it. But this is just an immature dog, and it just takes a little bit longer for them to figure it out because they don't already have those files in their brain created for them to just put information in. They have to create those information files first before they can put the information in. And so that's why it takes puppies a little bit longer to learn. Sunsa recognized odor during our first lesson, but she didn't quite comprehend that she's supposed to search for it. So I gave her a couple of days of downtime, and now we're going to try it again and see if she's going to be a little bit better with searching. I'm going to walk past the boxes with Sunsa, and we'll go both directions so that it's visually different both times, and then we'll stop at that. If she passes up a box that has odor, I'm just going to bring the odor out and ask her to nose touch, because I know her nose is so strong she can detect odor, but she doesn't know what to do about it. So I just need her to know that once she detects odor, she shouldn't pass it up. She should try to find the source. Okay, ready? Ready? Here we go. Find it. Oh, good girly. She actually pulled it out. I'm still going to ask her to nose touch. Good girl. Find it. Yes, nice one. And then we'll put it back and go on. Ready? Find it. So she passed up an odor box. Find it. Here it is. Ask her to nose touch. I picked it up for her. Find it. Good. And find it means touch it with her nose. Good girl. Nice. Ready? Find it. There, she went into the odor box. Good, but honey, you don't have to sit in there. That's what you need to do. Good girl. Find it. Nice. Find it. Good girl. Very pretty. Ready? And she picked it up. That's okay. I'm still going to reward her for knowing that there's value to the odor. Ready? Find it. Good girly. So she passed up the 2 cold boxes and went into the hot box. Nice job. Find it. Yes. And see, I'm still asking her to nose touch. Good girly. Good girl. That's going to help with our search behavior when we start trialing. It's going to teach her to go as close to the odor as she can. Good girly. Now she found it herself without me telling her. She went in and she just pulled it out. Good job. Find it. I need her to nose touch. Good. You need to ignore the treat, sweetie, until you nose touch. Here it is. Find it. Yes. Good job. Okay. Find it. Yes. Good girl. I give her 1 for finding it, and then I ask her to nose touch a couple more times. Good job. Now we'll take a couple minutes of downtime, and then we'll do the same thing in reverse. Okay, now we're ready to go in reverse direction. Ready, little girl? Let's go find it. Good girly, yes. So she stuck her head in there and turned to me asking for the treat. That's going to eventually end up the alert behavior I want. Find it. She's going to get as close to the odor as she can, and then she's going to look up at me. That work has so far worked for all my other dogs. Good girl. Come on, find it. She passed up odor. I'm bringing her back. There we go. Nice. And she pulled it out. Good girl. Find it. Yes. Find it. Nice job, girly. Ready? Find it. Oh, straight to it. Good girly. You can't eat it though, okay? Find it. Yeah. Find it. Good job. Good girly. Okay, come on. Find it. So she's checking out the cold box, but she's seeing it's getting her nowhere. So let's see if she can figure out. And she just passed up the hot box. So I'll bring it back. Find it. There it is. And she pulled out the odor. Again, I want her to know getting as close to the odor as possible is our goal. And so picking it up is absolutely as close to the odor as we can get. Good girly. Come on. Find it. Here we go. Oh, good girl. And she picked it up again. So at this stage, I'm going to go ahead and reward her. Find it. Yes, good girl. So she checked out the outside of the box on a couple different sides. She went past it, checked out the empty box, and came back to the odor box. So that tells me she fully understands her job. Good girly. Find it. Yes, that was pretty. That's what you're looking for in a trial. She had a little head snap there. She was going to run past it, and then her head came back towards the box and led the rest of her body to it. So if you're watching, find it, please. We must have dropped it. Here you go. The first thing to go in a trial when a dog is under stress is the trained alert if it's not natural to their behavior as a dog. So I train scent work in such a way that once my dog finds odor, then they look up at me and say, okay, your turn, you need to feed me. That is such a natural response for them. I never lose that natural alert in a trial, so that's usually what I go with. So if you look for search behavior, where she came past the last box but then turned around and went back, she had what I call a head snap. She went past the box and her head came back, and then she went and investigated and found the odor. That is never something the dogs will lie about, but they will occasionally lie on the alert behavior, and it's usually if they want the reward really bad, or if they're confused, or if they're stressed. They go, okay, I'm just done. I need to get out of here. You're not going to let me leave until I say alert. So I'm going to say alert just so we can leave. But if you watch the search behavior where she investigated, first of all, the odor brought her back, and then she went in and investigated. And then if she looks up at me, put all of that together, and I know my dog found odor. And so then it's safe for me to call alert.